since I'm up early and basically been up all night, I would run a small bit of my current game I've been playing the past couple of weeks, or past week or so. Neverwinter. I've been just slowly working up one of every type of character. I've had my fighter, I've had my cleric, I have a wizard, and a bard, and a rogue. Right now I'm working on a ranger class, trying to get one for each and every type of class. Right now they are currently running the Lantern Rite event in the main game. And I just thought, since I'm doing the main story mode, give me a sec, and I will show you the list of places I am going to go. Yes, there is a bit of in-game microtransactions with two different types of, what you want to call it, in-game currency that you might see. I will be doing nothing along those lines. For example, as soon as it'll actually kind of function, because it's kind of hard to show you, this is the what they call Astral Diamond marketplace. You use your Astral Diamonds, which is a type of currency, to get different things in there. There's also the Zen market where you use actual money to get different items, which currently it's down and not functioning. I'm not even worried about it right now. My main thing is just making sure I get my characters up to level 20, finishing the Vault of the Nine, and doing the workshop stuff, mainly. I thought, well, I'm bored enough, and I don't have a major game to work on right now. I thought I'd catch up on my progress on Neverwinter. And you know what? I thought I'd be sitting there just doing mostly just the streaming stuff myself, whilst I was just listening to a video, and I forgot I was supposed to turn that off. I kind of zoned out. It's been a rough couple of weeks just trying to keep up with everything. And that's one of the artifacts I got from one of my other classes. Which sigil that is right now currently equipped with. Here. Currently I have a 12 ranger right now. We've already finished our rogue, we've finished our cleric, we've finished our fighter. Currently I have just the rogue, the barbarian class, and the ranger class, which you see here. Left to do that I can think of off the top of my head. Just to give you that overall view of what I'm talking about. So, presently that's the home tab. That's the easiest way I can show you the different types of classes. There are barbarian, cleric, ranger, fighter, rogue, wizard, paladin, warlock, bard. I have still the warlock, I believe, to do. I have the paladin, and I have the barbarian left. I have the cleric. I'm working on the ranger right now. I have the fighter. I have the rogue, and I have the bard class. All set and done. Right now we are about halfway, if not almost the full way, for the the ranger class. Yeah, about halfway. And I thought, well, I wasn't doing nothing. I'd do a small stream to catch up some in between a major game and a sub game. So between Stardew and what we're doing now, we are doing, or what we will be doing, we are doing what we're doing now, which is Neverwinter. It's been a rough couple of days. This week has been a week from hell. I have gone literally face to face with people in the IRS for tax problems that I didn't know I had, and if it wasn't that, it's my health tanking and or other problems intervening here, and I've probably seen those.
Back in our hands, thanks to you. However, we still don't have the military power to defeat their main army. That's why the Ice Hammer is so important. Our leader, Florin Ice Hammer.
Blah, blah, blah. Those things I can't really skip too easily. Oh, lore intakes. It probably will take me roughly about an hour each place, roughly, give or take. I mean, fair estimate. I'm not really keeping track of how long it takes me. I'm just trying to get there as fast as possible and get it done. Yes, I have a legendary or ultra rare mount that I'm using right now. Not really ultra rare, but get the idea. It's not a common one. I won it off the, the marketplace.
As much as it be Ice Hammer, you know
that I was just telling you about.
Name's up. Florin ordered me to bring her best scouts and spies with us here to this forward camp. Even now, they're watching the Giants' every move deep behind the enemy lines. The problem is getting that information back from them so we can make decisions. Before I sent them out, I instructed them to leave messages carved into the stone of the mountain for us to find. And I'm expecting some of the reports back very soon. Trek a ways up the mountain and bring back the communications they've left for us.
I'll switch out my notes so you can see why I like this one better. It just seems so much more happier and content to do what I tell it to do. The movement. Game radio is drowning me out. Okay. I will try to fix that in just a second. This is one of those games where you can never really truly fix the audio 100%. Not that. Some settings. Headset. Game voice chat. Here, no, we don't want that. We want don't know as if this is the best way to do it, but I'll give it a shot. Oh, maybe I have to do it from here. We'll see. Not that. Let's see if this is any better. Let's see here. Turn that off because we don't want, we only want ours. Let's see this right here. I'm sure that's fine. Okay, Steam's fine. Alright. Don't know how well that worked, but I'm gonna run with it as best as I can for a little while. Just that I do the Ice Spire area and whatever else we can get into within the time frame. I don't think I'll finish the whole next area, but it's just something to do. I'm a little low on my sugar right now. My diabetes is getting to me a little bit right now too. Yes, this is a multi-person game. It is not a single-player game. It is a community-wide game. when we land down. I've already done this area with my other characters like a dozen times over. I know exactly where I need to go to try and finish as much of this as possible, as quick as I can. But each character is a little different. This. Yes. Okay, so the mission is done for that. I've already shattered all the ones I need to shatter. I just have to pick up the purple crystals, up in the area ahead, and kill giants. So I'm going to just scour past them. I can remember all the changes they made to this game from start to end, practically. I can remember you made a new character, you had to go through the orc area with the clock town, like, torn up area of the entire map that used to be connected to it. I can remember when you didn't get to exactly choose where you had to go, you had a, like, long list of, like, 30 places you had to go to. And if you didn't do them, it would take you an age and a half to get to the game itself. Now it's actually quite condensed, to be honest. Not like this area. The Ranger class is probably one of the more difficult ones to do. I am actually trying to achieve all 9 classes right now. Oh crap. Despite everything, my sugar is killing itself right now. What can I do? I do not want the brownie, we want the Reese's. Just trying. Here's crap like crazy. These Reese's are from Christmas time, so they're still doing me wonders on my sugar, kind of. Because when the chocolate actually starts to get old and it's past its expiration date, the sugars start to break down and actually get a little more, what you want to call it there? They're a bit harder to predict, and when the sugars break down, it actually tends to do better for me, personally. Because it tends to hit my system a lot faster. Kind of deal. As a type 1, it's kind of hard to predict exactly when my sugars are going to drop, but it sucks, but what can you do? You just kind of move forward. Something else I have to do. There you are.
I'll cleave your
Killed you though. Okay, I killed that one. One of these guys is around here. Having a hard time keeping up with my controls. when I'm killing it, fortunately. This game's been out here for a long time. My original character I've played since, sheesh, I think the game started, to be honest. Yes, I'm also trying to do the character kill count for each race, by the way. Each race you run into a character, you kill an upwards of anywhere from 1 to, I think, 500 now, because it used to be you could go up to like 10,000 if you really wanted to stay in an area that long. I forget exactly what the kill count is. So every little segment of area I'm trying to kill as many of them as possible. I think it goes up to, like I said, 250 at minimum, or I think is the only one that I can remember seeing maximum. And then I think it goes to 500. Right now, most of my characters have killed everything up to the 250 mark. And yes, I'm starting to have some issues with my speech because my sugars are still fluctuating like crazy.
By destroying those spires and slaves.
Just kind of skipping all that formal cutscene stuff and chit-chat.
Listen closely.
Yeah, sure. I don't really care about your intentions. But I just have to talk to you to progress. Okay. Difficulty. Deep breath.
It's only me. That information you sent back wasn't easy to get. Rorik didn't make it.
Shut up, let's get this. Spike it back up to where it needs to be. It's not a great thing to have my sugar drop, but it's not a terrible thing either. So it shows me one of 2 dozen things right now.
You've noticed something.
In the long run, it's a good thing.
Rorik
In the short term, it's bad.
Not only that, but we found their patriarch, the Rhyme Hound. This might be our only chance.
Well, hey, Mac. Long time no see. First time I seen you come into my room in a long time. Come on in. That's my cat. He's sniffing the edge of my doorway. In some places you can get away with riding them out, at least until the first area of combat. There are some places you can get away with that. And then there's some places you can get away with riding it the whole way through. Off and on, and then there are some places you can't ride it in at all. I do not know the names of any of the abilities of the character, by the way, just as an FYI. I would explain each one of them a little more in detail if I knew what the names were, but every time I look at the character power sheet, it's like 1 in a million chance that I'll actually remember what the name of each one is. All I know is it's a certain way the character is set up. Right now, this is what my gear level is with this character is right now. Ooh, excuse me. It's a terrible spell right now that I'm under. There is a way I usually set up my characters as well. It's usually an elf character. It'll be any kind of elf character usually. Or drow, or rogue, high elf, etc. I don't know, I just kind of connect with that kind of class way easier than most. This is one of my many companions. The apprentice healer. Each companion we have bumps our character stats up a little bit more. For example, total item level. If I were to say switch the companion out for this one, it dropped our item level, as you can kind of see right there. Same with our mount. Now we're back up to 16. We are a warden ranger. There are two types of classes, and we cannot swap our path all that easily. We have hunter and we have warden, or whatever other class there is. Officially, we are a hunter and we are the warden class. I've just kind of given myself a few minutes to let my sugar kind of try to stabilize itself. But I'm really feeling it right now. It's in what would be called critical state. Because how bad I'm feeling it. Whether it's high or low depends on how my body fluctuates. And it was all practically, as I was told, an effect of what one of my former employers wouldn't listen to the doctor. Despite me giving them every bit of paperwork I've ever been given by a doctor, each doctor I've had, whether it's Dr. Detour in Oswego, who is now, as far as I can recall, retired. Shit. The edge. There we go. Sorry, I jumped out of bounds. Or if it's my Connect Care problem, one of those doctors, or any of the endocrine doctors from upstate. I don't expect you to know who they all are, but I tell you anyway. Every last one of them unanimously agreed that it was due to my body not kind of communicating as well as it used to, and that the issue with hairspray and an allergy that I didn't even know I had until I was like 20, 25-ish, right around there, when I had been told to do an allergy test or whatever. If you want to call those, there's so many tests out there. Anyway, long story short, this is why I didn't know I was a type 1 until I was like 20, 25. I was what you would call a late life diagnosis, because my body was kind of, in a way, kind of keeping itself in check for the longest time. And I never knew it until, like I said, recently, like a year or so ago now. It will be a year in March. In March, to be exact. But I have to do insulin injections. I have to constantly keep my blood sugar levels in a stable range. Not easy to do. Just like it's not easy to try and live off anything out there because it's all processed food. Absolutely almost everything is processed in some way, shape, or form. But anywho, sorry, I'm kind of off in thought because it tends to happen when my sugar fluctuates. I start to get into the long spiel, the rant, and the rave. Long story short, I got screwed over by one of my past employers because they weren't listening to the doctors and they prescribed me to stay away from the chemicals in a lot of hairsprays. What exactly? Nickel, plutonium, and certain harsh chemicals, which every doctor unanimously agreed over the long term had a hand in this diabetic situation being revealed to me at a later time. They all agreed it has something to do with it. Exactly how much, I don't know. I didn't ask. But when your United States government doesn't want to help you the way that they're supposed to with their own laws, and no one wants to listen and take the case up, can't find a good attorney on a matter, all you can do is deal with the stress and anxiety and the problems it gives you. You just sit there, deep breath, and it's a constant nightmare and headache. It just keeps, I'm running the wrong way. That keeps, re-coming up, so that's why I'm telling you about it. Along the fact that everything kind of falls in place. It sucks, but what can you do? Deep breath, stand up, drink a soda, play the game. Anyway, I really don't mind that area. That's like the worst part of this little area. It's called Icefire Peak. That's practically the end of it right back there. Everything else is just the end of the tidying. You get 6 of those divinity situations there. That's what I was just doing, which gave me those 2 items I just used, the little crown and that bag. That is what they call the invocation. Each character gets a deity. Each character has 6 opportunities to get a blessing. Each one, the timer goes up on how long between each one. I think it's like the 4th one. 4th to 5th goes to be about 45 to an hour. The 5th to 6th is an hour, almost exactly. 60 minutes. And then the one after that's like an hour and a half. Guys, can just in the way. These are all goblins and trolls. Those little things that you see there, the little pop-ups in the middle, are the things I'm also kind of looking for as well when it comes to telling me how many enemies I've killed of a certain area. For example, 250 skeletons gives me the Bane of the Undead title, which you just pull that up so you can see. Title... all these are from just the things I've killed or the areas I've gone through, the little extras I've done. Bane of the Undead. So many titles. And by the time my character reaches the max level, which for my characters is apparently 20, there will be like 400 more. And I did see your message there, Tia. How are you today? It's a little early, don't you think? You'd be in bed for at least a couple more hours. I know at least it is here anyway. Oh no, it's not actually not as early as I thought it was. I mean, like I said, I've been up all night. That area seems to act up a lot differently between characters. There are a few things to keep note of in some cases. For example, back there, you're usually talking to that dwarf on the way in to find out that there's another troll that's the problem in here, which is the guy we're currently fighting. Oh, it's a one-of-a-time pickup for this area. Usually he never drops an armor item of any kind. Well, first time for everything. Usually it's either a blue, or it's nothing, or it's just whatever have you. Also, this is one of the games where the character's gender does make a difference. UPW. So it is smaller in notice of what it actually does. It does help. I have a male wizard, and it tends to load 10 times slower in comparison to all the female characters. Right now I am playing as a female, moon elf character. Non-standard race, because I've ended up being able to get the moon elf race really next to nothing. You can pick up... Ah, see, there's the title of Goblin Slayer. Is it over there? Yeesh. I forgot in some places you can pick up little extras like that. It's actually the first time I've seen that one there, specifically. character actually have one? Let's see, I don't think they do. No, this character doesn't have the item I was hoping to have on there. That'd be kind of funny. Hoping for my safety net pieces. Thought there was one more in the bag and there wasn't. Take my bag off the counter in a sec. Right here. Ah. I was hoping that would be a mimic. It's like 1 in 10 chances that that could be a mimic the first time too. Oh yeah, you.
In the next cavern is a golem, stronger than any I have yet seen.
Yes, we know.
That
There's
golem
a
is what
golem.
killed most of my men and forced us
That
to
golem
retreat.
is nothing.
You need to defeat that thing to retreat. Be careful.
Today. One more giant. Bunch of small guys. Not wasting time on that. Yeah, I suppose this might be a mimic. Let's see. Nope. I was just gonna leave it there. That's something I can't get. I don't have a thing for that. And there's the giant. Interesting. I definitely want to add it.
Your master is dead, Winterforge. And now
And that should be the end of Icespire Peak right there. Now we have to go back to the city that sent us here, turn in the missions, move on to the next one, which should be, if I'm not mistaken, the Icespire, then it is, don't think it, no, because we already got the Mount Province down, so that's what we got here, riding around on. So that's Neverdeath, it's Volsky, or however you want to say it, the Wolflands, it's Icespire, and then there's 1 to 2 more after that. It's the end of the main storyline.
Tell me, you have turned...
Chasm, and then the Whispering Caves. That's the ones I was looking for. Little festival of lights. This is where I'm looking for. Oh.
What is truth?
Oh.
Acceptance of life.
Neck just snap, crackled, and
Protect
popped
it
in the
with
wrong
ice.
way.
Your new equipment seems to be serving you well, but it looks as if you could improve some of it by adding enchantments. You should speak with Tarhan. He is waiting to
Greetings. By refining and upgrading an enchantment, runestone, or artifact, you can make it more powerful. I'm going to give you an etched glass enchantment, along with some polished quartz that you can refine. In addition, I am giving you a reagent to upgrade the etched glass enchantment once the refining is done. Go ahead, give it a try. Remember to bring your work back to me so we can see how you have progressed.
God, I didn't have anything like that on this character yet.
on. Not every threat to Neverwinter
Onward
is as
and
far-fetched as
upward.
Fire Creek. There's a very present danger right here in our own
Adventure.
backyard. During the
Claim her
cataclysm,
little
a
like
huge rift in the
goodies.
earth opened up beneath a portion of the city.
That's
We
a
call
new
it the
companion.
chasm, and it's a seemingly endless source of plague-changed monstrosities. The only thing standing between those creatures and the city is a unit known as Scar Company. I'm sure the soldiers of Scar Company would be grateful for any assistance you can offer. You should report to Captain Markow in the chasm.
Okay, inventory. No, I'm gonna try to switch my companion. Excuse me. 'Cause I'm curious about this one. I haven't seen much what this thing can do. Said I can't refine any more of those today. Something I was looking for. Well, I'll take these out right now and try to upgrade it a little. Nope, not enough. Change your item level to 1600. Now let's switch over and see what's here. Yeah, still better to keep our old companion those. Chasm is by far the worst one. It's the longest one. You can spend twice as long here than you'd like, and then 4 times shorter in the other one after. Don't know what you're doing.
Hope you're here to... The folks topside don't like dealing with us much for fear of catching the plague. We only really get supplies when we get new recruits. The rest we have to scavenge from buildings here in the chasm.
It's gonna be easy to kill usually. I remember the first time I tried to play this game and found myself here was 10 times more annoying than it is now. Saves me a tiny bit of time and effort. Okay, I can't get that thing back there because I don't have the kit for it. Oh yeah, that's another thing I should mention. Each character gets a different type of skill that they naturally have, which also reflects the different little like kit spots that I keep referring to these things. For example, this is an Arcana skill, which this character doesn't have. Now, the Wizard and the Warlock definitely have one, and maybe the Cleric, but the Cleric has a religion skill. The one that this character has is anything to do with nature checks. which will look like little mounds of like toadstool or mushrooms on the ground.
Hope you're ready. Well, we could really use someone like you at our forward base. I want you to report to Lieutenant Trell at Fort Precipice. But there is something you can do on your way. Maybe you've noticed those blue...
Yep. Sucky part about it. Asshole. Getting right in my way and wait until the last minute when I'm going places. Just get in my way. Pardon my language. Like I said, there are many players in this game that just will do that to you. These missions used to be 10 times harder though than they are now. Used to be. This makes doing this replayability in this game is extremely improved from what it was when I originally
The fight against
started.
Scar. Our chaplain Imrus has asked for aid
I
in recovering
used
the
to
bodies of our
take like
comrades.
3 days, 3 in like game days, just to finish one little segment of this area.
Every surviving member of the company feels the
When I
shame
first
of
started,
leaving slain
'cause it would
comrades
take you like
behind.
4 days just to get through the first half of that. We're just marking the graves that they're gonna have to go and collect those. What they were just saying in the mission briefing. Which normally I don't pay attention to because I've heard it a dozen times over. Now we go grab their banner and then bring it back to them. Yeah, the slug on the stairs don't kill lung very well, if you were wondering. Oh, step back today. That's a good day.
The fight that... The plague-changed creatures we face are formidable, but their lack of organization has always given us a small advantage. But now that advantage has been lost. When we launched our attack against the plague-changed, we discovered they were being controlled by a creature called Trokar, the Firestarter. Trokar's a potent spellcaster, and savvy enough in the ways of war to control the mob of chaotic creatures he commands. Our scouts report he has taken up...
Yeah, before we do this, we gotta do our little snail celebration. Just because it's fun. Get to make the snail things. Oh, here's 50 airbrints. Give me that. Let's have some troubles. Excuse me. There's our target for this area. sleep, Ryan. Another one down. On to our next objective.
The fight against the... Well, we have a squad deeper in the chasm, guarding a Sun Elf sorcerer named Quorthon, who is studying the spell plague. He sends word he has gained insight in...
Pretty sure, I think when I get to the next area, that'll be where I leave it for the evening. So I'm getting a little groggy, but I hate to fall asleep. That happens. I'll probably do some more of this when I get up, if I get up. If I end up falling asleep. But yeah, I think this is where I'm gonna call it. I hope you all enjoyed this edition of Neverwinter and tune in for more. If you would like, please leave me a comment if you want to see more, like, comment, and subscribe.
The twisted magic here is surely causing all manner
Stay
of anomalies.
frosty.
See what you can do for Private Goodmark, and return here when you're finished.
3, 2, 1.